Samarost 3 is releasing for PC and Mac, and this is from the makers of Machinarium and Botanicula. Botanicula? I don't know how to say that. It's obviously a direct sequel to Samarost 2, and it's a point-and-click adventure with some incredible art style. This game series has a cult following for a reason. It's gorgeous, it's quirky, it's cool, and if you like Machinarium, maybe you should jump into this. Trackmania Turbo, releasing for PC, Xbox One, and PS4. This is actually the first Trackmania game to hit consoles since Wii. Trackmania Turbo is going to feature 200 tracks, multiple different game modes, multiplayer, and the super impressive track editor. Trust me, this game is amazing for the track editor. If you don't know what I mean, just go on YouTube and look up Trackmania tracks, because there is some insane stuff. Unfortunately, the console versions aren't going to have the really cool mods that can make this game super special, but we're still looking forward to it because it's just a crazy, ridiculous arcade racing game. And we don't get enough of those these days, so what's better than that? Mighty Number 9, what can we say about this game? It was kickstarted a million years ago, delayed countless times, now it's finally getting released. The latest news is that it got a launch trailer that was a little embarrassing and cringeworthy, but we're hoping that this still just holds up as a good old school platformer, a real spiritual successor to like Mega Man, like how it's been touted as. But we honestly don't really know until we get our hands on it. We can pass judgment, but you know, it's releasing this month, so we put it on the list. And speaking of sports, we have MLB 16, the show, releasing for PS4 and PS3. Yes, sorry baseball fans, but you better have a PlayStation console because they're exclusive to this. But this time around you get updated rosters, new modes, more customization, perks, and this simple streamlined modes for people who just want to pick up and play a baseball game. So basically, if you like baseball and you have a PS4 or a PS3, you're getting more baseball. This game obviously looks to be like an insane VR experience, but whether or not you're playing it on VR, it's a story-based style game where you take control of Commander Alex Oshima as he floats around in zero gravity in a spacesuit. There's 5 different areas with puzzles to solve, bits of story and audio logs to listen to and experience, and most importantly, oxygen to manage, because if you run out of oxygen, you die, and you don't want to die, so pay attention when you play this game. If you've ever wanted a game that really gives you the experience of floating around in space and kind of gives you that stress and tension, Adrift might scratch that itch. It looks pretty cool. Stardew Valley released for PC actually very late February, but we're putting it on this list because it's good and we wanted to mention it. In Stardew Valley, you inherit your grandfather's farm, a little bit of money, some old tools, and you're placed in this washed up old farm town. It's basically your job to live off the land, build up the farm, raise livestock, and just generally bring the town back to greatness. If it sounds a little bit like Harvest Moon, that's because it is, but there's way more RPG elements here. You get to level up your different skills like farming, crafting, mining, and there's a very big area to explore here. There's a lot of depth to this game, and the best part about it is that it has these great Super Nintendo style graphics that are sprite based, and it looks absolutely gorgeous. So if you haven't jumped on this one yet but you like Harvest Moon style games, we can definitely recommend it. This is that Pokken Tournament fighter Tekken style game that we saw pop up on arcades that everyone's been freaking out about, but now it's finally being released on Wii U. The Wii U version is going to feature online battles featuring ranked and friendly matchmaking, as well as if you buy the retail version of the game, you get a Shadow Mewtwo character amiibo card. Some of you might not even know what that means, but don't worry about it. The Wii U version features some exclusive fighters like Mewtwo, Braixen, Garchomp, and I'm sure the game is going to be updated with a bunch more. So basically, if you've ever wanted a Pokemon fighting game, this is your dream come true. And I guess if you think about it, basically Pokemon is a Pokemon fighting game because Pokemon are always fighting. But whatever, if you've ever wanted to do it in a fighting setting similar to Tekken, now your dream is coming true, I promise. This PC MMORPG is absolutely huge and vast, and you can probably tell just by videos of the character creator. This game is immensely deep with a huge world, a bunch of character customization options, and it just looks like a big, meaty MMORPG. This game has been touted as kind of like a next-gen MMO with more advanced systems, graphics, weather systems, and player housing options. And you know, maybe that's just a marketing buzzword, but the game just does seem really big and huge, and that's why we're talking about it. If you've been wanting to sink your teeth into another big, meaty MMORPG for a while now, Black Desert Online might be it. Dangerous Golf. Dangerous Golf is dropping early in the month, and it's from the creators of Burnout. Criterion Games has formed this new studio, and have made a game that actually makes me want to play a golf game. I'm not a fan of golf games at all, but Dangerous Golf just looks like genuine, downright fun. The game has 100 different miniature golf-style courses where you just kind of have to wreck shit. The object of the game is to get the ball in the hole, but also to destroy everything you can and score extra points. There's all kinds of wacky stuff like dirty bathrooms, exploding gas stations, fire, rockets, glass, smashable tables, walls, everything. There's so much crazy stuff going on here, and it's just so weird that I'm definitely curious. So that's why it is definitely earning a spot on our list. Hey, are you sick of LEGO games yet? Well, hope not, because The Force Awakens is getting one. This looks like another fun LEGO Star Wars game in typical LEGO game fashion. You get to play through the events of Star Wars The Force Awakens, and the game is actually apparently going to fill in little story details here and there that weren't quite fleshed out in the movie. So at least for some Star Wars fans, there might be a little something extra for you, besides just another LEGO game. There's also going to be a season pass, and I think it's kind of funny and notable that you get to unlock Jar Jar Binks and Mace Windu with the season pass, which is like, you want to pay money for Jar Jar Binks? But then on the other hand, there's also a spin-off quest for Poe Dameron called Poe's Quest that could be a lot of fun, telling a little side story about our favorite new pilot. Let's be real, if you like Star Wars, you're probably going to be checking this out.